Hey folks, Mad Rabbit here. I want to do a quick channel update video. Only because we're like literally on the very cusp of hitting 5,000 subscribers, and I sort of felt like just doing a short video about where I'm currently at, where the channel has gone over the years, and just a quick rundown. Now, I know maybe a lot of you don't know the history of the channel, but I had another channel years ago. It was back in 2011. I started making videos mostly of Minecraft and World of Warcraft. And my last video, I think it was started around February of 2011 and I ended around November. I had deleted a lot of those videos on that channel. There's still a few of the old ones up there, but they're pretty terrible. But yeah, so I basically moved over to this one, starting from scratch. And I think it had at its height over there, I may have had maybe close to 500 subscribers in a short amount of time, mostly from probably mostly from Minecraft in that time, not so much in World of Warcraft. But yeah, I started doing videos here on the Mad Rabbit channel. I think it was around that time, around November of 2011. So we're looking at roughly 10 years of this channel being up, maybe a little less, but if you add in my time in the other channel, we're over 10 years worth of YouTubing. And not a whole lot to show for it. I'm going to go into some of this other stuff, but yeah, so 2 years later in 2013, about almost literally like to the day, 2 years later, I got partnered. I won't mention who I partnered with, but let's just say they take a nice big chunk of my money, and they don't really. I'm not really happy with my relationship with the partnering program. I'm not going to mention the names, but I am going to say that I am looking into unpartnering and probably just going my own way here soon. I did send in some sort of like a quick request to see if I can unpartner from them without involving a lawyer, but I may have to. And if you know anything about me on this channel, I'm struggling financially, and I had some physical problems, and sort of the reason why I've been unemployed all these years. So mostly what kicked in, I think that this past pay period for my monthly payouts from the ad revenue here, YouTube starts collecting taxes now for the IRS. For those of you that are maybe not living in the United States, that's basically the tax people for the government. So on top of the large percentage my partner is taking from me, I'm also getting another fairly large percentage taken off from taxes now. And it's making it very unprofitable and very much demotivating me from wanting to make videos. As most of you know, I took a good year off. Last year, I put a video out saying I'm basically kind of done with the channel for a while because of the issues that I was dealing with relationship, depression, and some other stuff. And then I came back recently. I think it was this past February. So here we are in June, and I've been kind of going like, you know, all out since February, going back in Elder Scrolls and doing a lot of catch-up work. And as you can see, I'm pretty much caught up, and I actually expanded out into doing other things like the Sky Shard videos, and I might be doing some more of those Mythic item videos and branching out other things. But a lot of that depends upon whether or not I'm able to break free from the my partner program. I wouldn't mind renegotiating with these guys if they lowered the percentage they took too, but it would have to be way lower because I'm not making nearly enough. I've become reliant upon this as a revenue source, and now that I'm looking at, literally they haven't really done much for me. And during those early years when I was trying to use some of their help tools, it didn't help. The channel didn't grow at all, like literally at all. But then when I just sort of stopped paying attention to them. I didn't really use their tools anymore. Then started making guides for Elder Scrolls, and I basically just did all this on my own. So I don't really think they deserve that kind of a cut of my revenue, you know. So when I'm still not making a whole lot on here, I'm still a very small channel because here I am celebrating 5,000 subscribers and stuff for you guys. But overall, the channel views are 5 million views, which is pretty good. I suspect a lot of people don't subscribe. They just watch, you know, the map videos, and then they'll say, "Oh well, you know, thank you," and I'll get a lot of that thank you stuff. So, and they don't subscribe. And who would I don't blame them. So that's fine. So I've been partnered for, well, 8 years, I think. So having tried to use them early on, I just didn't see a growth for a good several years, and then I just stopped using them and then started changing my content on my own. So that's sort of where all the growth came from, mostly from that. Early on, I obviously did a lot of Minecraft and World of Warcraft stuff, but I obviously don't do those too much anymore. I don't think I've made a Minecraft video for a couple of years. I think it was 2019, and I did some Dwarf Fortress stuff. Haven't made a video of that since 2018. I really haven't been doing any Let's Plays at all. Kind of moved over fully to just doing guides for Elder Scrolls Online and stuff. And if you guys are hearing some low-level noise in the background, I have my air conditioner running. I'm sorry about that. I'll try and filter that a little bit with the audio after, but you may hear like a little low-level humming. I apologize for that. It's kind of hot here. It's like 90-something degrees today. So, yeah, really that's just basically an update, a little short history of the channel and like where we've come from. And a lot of that growth has been over the past 5 years, 5 or 6 years since I started playing Elder Scrolls and making some of these map videos for them. I am still missing a few maps for the Blackwood stuff. Like, I think there's still 3 survey ones I'm missing, and 3 treasure maps I'm missing. And obviously I play every day just to do the crafting surveys, and hopefully I'll get those soon. Can't guarantee when I'll get them. It's kind of random. So yeah. Now whether or not I go back and do more guides or branch out and other things or not, a lot of it's going to be dependent upon how things work out here with this breaking away from the partner stuff. The reason I went into it with them is it made it a lot easier to monetize my videos. Now, if that's deserving of such a large percentage, I don't think they deserve such a large percentage for that. And it may become a struggle even if I do sever from them to still make a profit, because I may end up having to fight every solitary video I upload just to get it monetized properly. I don't know if I've heard some reports saying YouTube has made it a little bit easier over these years. Since I've been stuck, I don't know, but all I know is way back in 2013 when I joined up with these guys, it was difficult trying to get things monetized sometimes. So maybe like more than half the stuff I wouldn't get monetized. So I was upset with that. It was a big reason to go into the partner program. That's good, but the thing is, that's really the only reason I want them. I don't want all their other little tools and all their supposed help, because none of it was helpful at all. So, I mean, like I said, if we need renegotiate for a way lower amount, then hey, I'd be willing to, go for a much lower percentage. But it's probably not the way it works. I doubt they'll bend on this either without me getting a lawyer involved. So I'm looking into that. So hopefully I won't have to go that route. I really don't want to go that route. I want to just break clean from them. They send me on my way. I go my own way. I'm not going to badmouth them or anything. It's just I'm just going to move on. Just want to move on. In the future, though, because of that, I may. Well, I know I used to have a Patreon, but I shut that down. I'm not a big fan of that company, so I shut my Patreon down. I know some of the older videos may have a link for it still, but no, my Patreon is shut down. I might be looking for setting up a link for direct PayPal related, like a donation or something that people can give as a tip jar or something along those lines in the future. I'm not a big fan of the Patreon setup either, like where you support them for X amount of dollars per month or something. I'm not a big fan of that. I think just throwing someone a tip, like a one-time tip every once in a while, is nice, but I'm not a big fan of monthly support kind of thing. Plus, that company is just, I don't even want to go into it here because some of the things I've heard about them aren't good. I know there's other things out there I may look into. I've heard of Subscribestar. I haven't really investigated them too much, but I may look into some of those other alternatives. But so you may see a video soliciting for some donations in the future. None of that's obligatory. No, I don't. I would still, a lot of what I'm going to make, I'm still going to make these map videos, even if I'm not really making much ad revenue on here. The big thing is the guides, which take a long time to do. It demotivates me if I don't have a financial aspect or a financial stake in it. So you may not see too many guides on here going on into the future if I'm still with the partner program and I'm still dealing with the tax thing and I'm basically making no money off this stuff. Because if you've seen some of those Sky Shard videos, those were not quick, easy, fun things to make. Particularly those ones from Cyrodiil. For those of you who played Elder Scrolls Online. So I made 3 videos of that coming from the point of view of 3 different factions in the Cyrodiil player versus player zone. So that was like a huge project that took multiple days. And yeah, I mean, to me, I'm going to keep the profit from stuff like that, you know, although all the hard work goes into it. It had to have been, I know it took a good 4, 5, 6 hours, I don't know, maybe more like 6 hours to go through Cyrodiil and just do the recording for it. But then each of those videos, the first one was, well, good 4 hours worth of editing. Then the next 2 for the other 2 factions was a little easier. All I had to do was move around some of the things on the editor, but so it was a little easier work. So maybe about an hour and a half for each of those, and it was just a lot of work. So I guess that's really all I wanted to say today for channel update. So me personally, that's sort of the thing I'm dealing with. Just a lot of little things in life are coming to a head, you know. So it's sort of why I left last year and came back this year. So I'm just dealing still with a lot of stressing, anxiety-ridden kind of issues I have to deal with, personal issues that, if you want to go back to those old channel updates, the 2 previous ones, like the one where I announced I came back was the last one, I think, and then the one before that is when I announced I was leaving. So you can get an update on those if you can watch those videos. But yeah, obviously I'm back, but to what full extent, I don't know. I'm not sure I'll go like I've been going. You know what I mean? If the financial motivation isn't there, I might have to just look into doing something else with my life. I don't know. I'll still do the maps and the surveys, but depends. You know what I mean? The bigger things. I had hoped to branch out into doing like beginner guides. I had this huge thing all made up. I was hoping to maybe eventually do that when we had a little bit of a lapse in content between some of the expansions. I'm going to put those on hold for now. I was thinking of doing the Mythic items. I think those might be the next project if I do make guides. And then there's still, in Murkmire and Southern Elsewhere, there were 2 guides I missed, where you'll go around looking for certain things and you get like a special furniture item and a title or something or that. I may go back and do those, but we'll see. So let's end it here, and thanks for listening. Adios, folks.